Hello, everyone. I've been getting questions on Facebook. People wanting to know what's going on with the C-10, all that good stuff. As many of you know, about 5.5 weeks ago, the C-10 was stolen, along with my trailer, which was my mobile workshop, had all the tools that I used to do the restoration. The update is I got the truck back, for those that don't know, thanks to my coworker Isaac and some people that he knows on Facebook. I was able to get the truck back. I got the truck back through Facebook tips before the detectives even got involved, which really, honestly, fucking pissed me off. It still pisses me off to think about it, that this sheriff's department is so incompetent on stuff like this that I was able to recover my own vehicle through tips on Facebook 6 hours after it had been stolen. And they hadn't even issued a BOLO. No detective was assigned to the case, all that good shit. But anyway, I'm not going to go down that road right now because just talking about it pisses me the hell off. Our sheriff's office detective squad is absolutely fucking useless. Our sheriff, I swear to God, I hope that son of a bitch gets voted out because he's fucking worthless. A law enforcement office, a law enforcement department is only as good as its leader, and well, we can see how good its leader is. But anyway, update everything that was going on prior to that. I started building me a little shop that I could work in. This was a awning that was over one of the pits at work. It wasn't as wide, but it is 10 by 10 on the inside of the frames, and then 10 by 10 this way. Now I did add all this. This is actually corn pile tarp stuff that we put over the corn pile, which works. It's not really fabric. It's like a rubberized fabric. Works really well to keep the corn dry while it's in the pile. And since I've done this I am not a carpenter, so don't judge me on how it is in here. But I did all this myself by hand with the tools that got stolen with the trailer. But it is going to get raised up. It will be, there's the other half of the legs. We had to cut the legs off when we took it off the pit at work. Those are going to get welded back onto the bottoms of these 4 legs, which will then make it 10 foot tall. So it'll be 10 by 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 10. And just to prove to y'all that I'm not a carpenter, this was what I was building prior, but it didn't work out the way that in my mind that it used to be half again as long. It came out all the way to here, but like I said, I am not a carpenter. Me and wood do not get along very well. Give me metal and a welder and a grinder and a cutting torch and I can make you anything you want, but me and wood don't like each other. But what I'm planning on doing with that is I'm going to tear that down. And once I get this built up, then I'll probably take these 2x4s and I'll build a little extension, another 8 foot or so behind this, match the roof and everything, so that it'll be 18 foot long by 10 wide, which will be enough that I can drive the truck in and can work in the shade. I have a lot more of that corn pile tarp that's going to go around the outside edges. So basically I'll have me a shed made out of this heavy duty stuff, which will keep the wind and rain and everything off of me. But all of that is on hold while I now attempt to replace the trailer and everything, since Robinson County Sheriff's Office ain't worth a shit. Now let me be clear. A lot of people are giving me shit about talking shit about the sheriff's office. I'm not talking about the road deputies. As a firefighter, we work with the road deputies on scenes, and those guys are all right. They do their job. They do what they need to do. But I am not fucking impressed at all with the detectives. I mean, hell, the only way I can even get a hold to the fucking detective that is now in charge of my case is if I call the undersheriff and say, hey, I'm trying to get some updates, but this guy won't return my calls. He won't answer the phone, yada, yada, yada. Then he makes a phone call, and sure as shit, I get a phone call from the detective in charge of my case. fuck it, I'll give you an update on it. I had taken the truck, parked it right there beside the SUV. It was sitting right here. Some jackapple got in the truck, drove off down the road. They barely missed my mailbox. Anyway. They drove right out and they barely missed the mailbox there. I could see the tires of the trailer where they almost hit the mailbox. Then they went around the neighborhood on the other side of the trees over there, using the tools out of my trailer to break into sheds. There is a well that lives right down the road down here. Mentioned that my trailer had been stolen. That was the first name that popped up in everybody's mouth. Is, oh yeah, you need to check this guy out. The sun's bright, but I don't know whether he's involved. I couldn't tell you. Oops, squirrel. There's a new addition to the front yard. I know I showed pictures of it on my Facebook page, but there it is in action. It is lit, all that good shit. But anywho, oh yeah, there's the camera. You might have heard that in the video. I don't know if that come through or not, but I've got cameras on all four corners of the house, on the light pole, that show my whole entire yard, all the way around, 360 degrees of my entire yard. Cameras didn't catch nothing, not a peep. Everybody said it was God's intervention that there's my neighbor, that when my truck was stolen and they cranked it up, that it didn't wake me up because I would have come out the house and shot somebody, which is absolutely 100% true. If I'd have woke up when the truck cranked up and saw somebody driving out of my yard with my truck, I would have put bullets through the windows. But anywho, let's get in here where I don't know if we can see in here or not. Shit. Turn on the light. But yeah, it's been about 5 weeks now. I got the truck back, which thank the Lord for that, because that's been my dream truck for over 20 years. But absolutely no work whatsoever being done on my workspace or the truck. I don't have any tools now. I have nothing. Some people have been saying that I need to do a GoFundMe. I tried that in the past and it didn't work. The trailer's going to cost me about $4,000 to replace. I don't have it right now. The tools and stuff like that, I can build those back up little by little. The toolbox, I use Harbor Freight tools. I'm not ashamed to admit that. They're good quality tools and they're not expensive. And they carry the same warranty as Craftsman. If I break one, I take it to freaking Harbor Freight and they replace it. So, they're Chinesium, but they're good Chinesium, I guess. Taiwanese. Anywho, I'm thinking about doing a GoFundMe, but I've never had any luck with GoFundMes. I'm not the kind of guy that people give money to for shit like that. I don't have some sob story. Just another victim of, rob me some more county. And there's a reason it has that fucking nickname, because apparently this sheriff's office doesn't investigate robberies unless, you're rich. And I'm not. But anywho, I'm thinking about doing a GoFundMe just to see. I don't know. I've prayed on it, asked God to intervene, just get my trailer back, and, yeah, I'm don't get me started. Anywho, that's the life update. Shit sucks. All you can do is take a bite of the shit sandwich and hope you can swallow it without gagging.